The Good Shepherd and the Lost Lamb. In a quaint village surrounded by lush meadows and towering mountains, there lived a shepherd named Elias. Known for his gentle heart and unwavering dedication, he tended to his flock with love. Every day, he led his sheep to graze in green pastures and rest under the shade of ancient oak trees. Though his sheep were many, Elias knew each one by name and recognized them by their unique bleats. One afternoon, as Elias sat watching his flock, he noticed that one little lamb, Willow, was missing. Always adventurous, she often wandered off, and now, Elias felt a pang of worry. The mountains beyond the meadow were dangerous, filled with steep cliffs and wild predators. Without hesitation, Elias left his flock in the care of his trusty sheepdog, Bruno, and set off to find the missing lamb. As he walked, he called out in a calm, reassuring voice, "Willow. Where are you?" His voice echoed through the valley, but there was no response. He searched tirelessly, climbing rocky hills and pushing through dense thickets. Hours passed, and as the sun began to set, casting long shadows over the land, Elias refused to give up. Night brought more dangers for a lost lamb, and he couldn't bear the thought of Willow being alone and frightened. Just as darkness began to blanket the world, Elias heard a faint bleat coming from a narrow ravine. His heart leapt as he carefully made his way down. There, tangled in a thorny bush, was Willow, trembling and bleating softly. Though scratched and scared, she was otherwise unharmed. Elias knelt beside her and spoke in a soothing voice, "Shoo, shoo, little one. I'm here now. You're safe." With gentle hands, he freed Willow from the thorns and lifted her into his arms. The lamb nuzzled against him, comforted by the familiar scent of her devoted shepherd. Carrying Willow back to the meadow, Elias moved steadily through the darkness. When he returned, the other sheep stirred and gathered around, bleating in relief. He placed Willow back among her family, and Bruno wagged his tail, happy to see everyone reunited. Tired but at peace, Elias sat down, looking out over his flock. "No matter how far you wander," he murmured, "I will always come for you. Each of you is precious, and I will not leave even one behind." The next day, the villagers heard about Elias's late-night search and were amazed by his dedication. A young man approached Elias and asked, "Why did you risk so much for just one lamb? You have many others that would have stayed safe without you." Elias looked at the young man thoughtfully. A good shepherd does not measure the value of his flock by numbers. Each lamb is unique and irreplaceable. When one goes missing, the whole flock feels its absence. True care means being there, especially when the journey is difficult and the path uncertain. The young man nodded, understanding the shepherd's wisdom. From that day on, Elias's actions became a lesson in love and compassion for the entire village. Inspired by Elias, people began looking out for one another more, recognizing the importance of caring for each individual. Moral of the story. The story of the Good Shepherd teaches us that true compassion and responsibility are shown not by how we care for the many, but by how we treat the one in need. Even when someone seems small or insignificant, their worth is immeasurable. The mark of a truly caring heart is the willingness to go to great lengths for the sake of a single life.